everyone, welcome to another edition of the Boss Vlogs. I'm Ritnika Nain. Today I am in my Verla home. This is the home I'm planning to sell. So, in case anybody's interested in buying a beautiful villa in Goa, hit me up. I actually love being here because there's so much light. You see this? The reason my I'm currently living in my parents' home in Kalangut, and honestly, I'm just not a fan of the light or the lack of light inside the house. But this house has clear windows and big windows, so I really like it. Today's episode of Boss Vlogs is going to be really, really simple. We're going to talk about a really important thing that I have made up. It doesn't really exist, but it is one of my philosophies, and it's called Shady by Association. What does that mean? So, this is something I teach my students a lot, especially if you're working with people in the industry. When you're first starting out, you don't want to get screwed. You definitely don't want to get screwed, but that happens quite a lot. My rule is that you got to be careful of anybody that has come through a contact that is already shady. So, for example, if you work with somebody and they kind of screwed you over, or they didn't pay you, or they were difficult to work with, cut to a couple of years later, somebody comes to you saying, "Oh, by the way, that guy gave me your recommendation." In my head, I'm like, okay, shady by association. Um, does that mean that person is 100% shady? No. But in my experience, usually if somebody has screwed you over, chances are very high that if they have recommended somebody or their friend comes and talks to you, you have to be a little careful. So the rule of shady by association is that if somebody has screwed you over, or if you've heard about somebody screwing somebody else over, and either they come to you or they recommend people to you, doesn't mean you shouldn't work with them, but you should be extra careful. I always tell artists, if it's for a show, if it's a shady by association contact, get 100% advance, not even 50%, because usually something or the other goes wrong. And I actually have so much evidence of it. If you join my music business course, I'll give you gossip on some of the stuff that's happened. But yes, today's rule, remember, shady by association.